Why do brands fail at being truly sustainable? In today's video, I'll discuss how your business can avoid falling into the same unnecessary traps. I'm Jessica. I'm a brand and marketing expert with specific focus on businesses who want to be sustainable. On this channel, I give you all the golden nuggets for how you can build a meaningful brand your customers see, trust, and engage with. If this is just what you are looking for, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to get notified when I post a new video. I usually do that on a Tuesday. Right, let's do it. Businesses have to recognize that if they want to develop and act sustainable, they don't fail because there's a lack of demand for sustainability. They fail because they don't incorporate sustainability into the DNA of their business. So most organizations act like this. They will get together in the C-suite, and in the first step, so step number 1, they will hire a head of sustainability because that seems like a great idea, and in theory it is, and you should do this. So this person, or maybe even a team, are likely to identify some very valid changes that needs to happen. So these could be big and small. So it could be issues in supply chain, it could be like overuse of plastic in products, unethical ways of producing goods. We need to go and invest in some really cool external projects, or lack of care for the employees, or maybe there's too many overseas plane trips for senior management team, or there's the classic gender pay gap regulations that are not being kept up to scratch. So the list is long, and you name your problem. Step number 2, you will then pick your project, and the business will make the changes, and they will start telling their employees about it. Like, they're now doing all very wonderfully, yay! And this is where we got into step number 3, where we get marketing involved. So the new exciting initiatives hit marketing, and they're now tasked with telling the world how brilliant the company is, that they are changing the world together. And what is wrong with this, you may ask? Well, we'll get to that in just a second, but first let me know in the comments below if your organization are having specific focus on sustainability. I'm really excited to know about that. Right, so what's the problem and how do you fix it? Well, let's run over some crucial points that you will have to do in order to become truly sustainable. So first point, have a vision. Like, most companies have an unclear vision when it comes to sustainability. People are confused, both inside and outside the organization, and they don't know how to act around this. So be super clear in what you want to achieve long term, not just on a project by project basis. Point number 2, find empathy. So companies often forget the basics in communication and marketing, and that is empathy. And empathy is hard because being able to see what your customers see and being able to feel and care about what your employees see, feel, and care about is a challenge. But great marketers, they have empathy, and they do not go in and tell anyone what to believe in. Instead, what they do is that they use empathy to find and offer a solution that people actually want. From that, we go into point number 3, and that is make a promise. So as a business, and being privileged of sitting in maybe the C-suite or being in the senior management team, you need to make a promise, and then you need to go and deliver on that promise as an organization. Point number 4, build a culture. Focus on building a culture centered around sustainability and really make it a priority. In this way, you empower your people to prioritize on this promise. So I obviously made it sound really, really simple, but I appreciate that it's quite complex here, and that's also why all of these things, they take time. Point number 4, simplicity is key. You need to be simple, and you need to be clear about what it is that you want to do, because Complex language and long documentation reports serve absolutely no purpose. They get forgotten about and they just create confusion. Before we end, I want to give you a brief example about Nike, or from Nike, because they went from a negative path to a positive path when it comes to sustainability. Nike launched its first line of environmentally friendly shoes, and they were called Considered back in 2005. And it was obviously very exciting, and the shoe looked brown and is sustainable, and it had all the right signaling cues, if that makes sense, right? So people were skeptic when this landed, and the $110 shoe were nicknamed Air Hobbits. Can you imagine? That's crazy. They didn't sell well, and within a year, they were actually taken off the market, right? Pretty crap. So the main issue for Nike was that any future green innovation ideas should still be a priority for the business, but its customers shouldn't be able to tell. I think this is so cool. So today they embrace their Move to Zero mission, which is very exciting, and it's just living as a part of the brand and how they operate, and it means that they aim to power facilities with 100% renewable energy by 2025. But it's also an active choice that sustainability is not at the front line of everything they do. That means it becomes them instead, right? So that's where we're getting at. Right, I could go on for hours. Let's stop here. To dive deeper into how you can develop your brand DNA to be more meaningful and sustainable, feel free to book a free, I've said 3 minute times, 30-minute strategy meeting to see if me and my team can be helpful. I've left a link for you in the comments below. Right, that is it for today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and right around now, a couple of my latest videos about branding and marketing and sustainability should be pinging up around me. Make sure you check them out, and I will see you there.